Thanks, Nick. A couple for the newspapers. Deadline 10:30 tonight, 10:30 Monday. Nick at The Guardian.
Hi, Mikel.
Hello.
After the game on Saturday, David Luiz was talking quite honestly about the criticism that he's had earlier this season and how he's bounced back from it. But collectively, too, these players have had a lot of criticism at times, both from supporters and sometimes from us as well. Do you think they're proving people wrong?
I don't think it's about that. I think when people criticizes you, probably they are fair or right to do so. It happens with me, I'm sure, when I make decisions or when I get something wrong. It's part of the game, and individual errors are, you can see them in every single game, and that's going to have an opinion. And now with the media that we have around us, it makes it even higher. But it's about bouncing back. And in football, what you did last week, unfortunately or fortunately, it doesn't matter. It's what's going to happen the next day and the next game. And I think that's the mentality that you have to do. If you start to look too much about what happened before, you tend to look more at the negative as well. And I think that's a really bad thing for yourself to do. So David has that character as well, that he can face it. He's happy to face it. He's happy to tell the world when he feels that way. And I'm really glad that now, obviously, everybody can see the other side of it.
Do you think it has been a motivation for this group of players, though?
Well, if they take it that way, that's great. Because when you take it as a challenge to put things right, not to prove people wrong, because I think people at the end are quite fair, and you can see the reaction now on media and fans and everybody. When someone is doing what he's capable of, he gets rewarded, and people are telling really nice things about him. Now let's sustain that. We've gone through those difficult moments together, and now let's move on.
There was quite a nice moment on social media. I think it was yesterday when Ober thanked Tierney for his assist. Do you think these players seem maybe more together and more like maybe a group of friends than they did 6 months ago when you took over?
What I sense is great chemistry between them, and they are all on board trying to achieve the same thing, and they can rely on each other. For me, the most important thing is when they jump into that pitch, that they know what to expect from each other. That is not a flick of a coin. With a few players that you can expect certain things that he's going to do and he must do in every action, and hopefully we are building that credibility amongst ourselves.
I mean, they've been through a lot, haven't they? I mean, we've talked about it before, the different things which have happened this season. But do you think those things have brought them closer together? And are we seeing the impact of that now?
Hopefully, yes. But obviously, the demands of a massive football club are always huge. And when you don't achieve things, frustration is related to that, and it has to be, because you get disappointed and you want to change things, and you can see sometimes you are not capable of doing it. But if we are all together like this, it will take a little bit of time, I'm sure of it, but we will get very close to it pretty quick. And
just one more from me. These days, I guess it's quite hard to go out and celebrate a big win like that, go to a restaurant or something. And I know normally, maybe when you were captain or something, maybe you'd have organised something or whatever. How do you keep up the sort of social bonding element at the moment in this coronavirus time?
No, you cannot do that at the moment, I'm afraid. And you have to keep it very short if you do anything. And as well, the schedule that we had doesn't allow you, to relax and throw the recovery process through the window. So they will have time. We will give them some time in the summer. Let's get where we want to get, and after they can enjoy the right way they deserve.
Thank you, Mikel.
Thank you.
John at the Mirror.
Hello, Mikel. Always appreciate you doing this. Thanks so much. Nice to see you. Listen, I think everyone can appreciate the inroads that you're making at the club and as a coach, but also, I guess, equally that things won't change overnight and it's going to be a process. But one of the notable things is in the last couple of games, through this period since we've started again, is the mentality of the group. They really seem to have changed. They put their lives on the line to defend the goal. How long a process, how difficult a process is it to change that DNA, to change that mentality, to defend so solidly as a group?
Well, I try to convince them that without that we cannot compete with the top teams at the moment, because there are other areas that we have to improve a lot. But if we are willing to do that and we do it throughout the game, that we're going to give ourselves a big chance, because we have big moments in every game where we have enough players to make the difference for us, and the fact of the trick here is if they really enjoy doing that, if they do it because we have to push them all the time to do it, for me, it's not the right way, and we're not going to accomplish it long term. If they start to enjoy doing it together, they feel proud of it, they can see the results, and they can sense that unity and that togetherness, that is powerful. And hopefully we can do that.
You probably heard the accusations when you were a player, when you were captain of the club. Arsenal have a soft centre. Arsenal are not good enough, strong enough defensively. How much of a goal was to change that and change that perception of the club and the squad?
Well, it's one of the basics that we have to be one of the best at doing it. And that criticism sometimes is fair, sometimes it's not. When you win, obviously everything is more positive and doing very similar performance, and you lose, obviously the perception is different. But it's about what we are feeling, and how we want to do it. And I think that process, in that sense, is going in the right direction.
There's always a sense, isn't there, before a game when you line up in the tunnel, I guess, if you look at the opposition, sometimes they say you can be beaten before a game. It's about changing that mentality as well, isn't it? About that belief.
Yeah, I think it's in everybody's nature. I think players and managers, you look at the opposition before games and you look all the beautiful things and great things that they do. And us as a manager, sometimes we look at the things that, oh no, if they do that, we're not going to be able to control that worry and that uncertainty. I think it's always there. But that's why for me it's so important that at least if you know that the people around you are going to be doing, and you have zero doubts about how they can do that together, that gives you a lot of security before going into the game.
Do you feel confident that you're well on the way to doing that, to changing that mentality, to give the players the strength? I love that comment about you saying that, when you were asked about being nervous about playing out from the back, no, you're nervous about playing long, but you're just instilling that whole mentality, that whole different ethos in the group.
Yes, but that as well takes some time and training as well. And training is not one of the things that we had the most since I arrived with the schedule that we had through December, January, February, and then with the lockdown. But we will improve on those areas as well, and I will be more comfortable and better and sure. And how far and how quickly, obviously, is the question in every process. But I will do my best to do it as quick as possible.
Thanks so much, Mikel. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.